Amusement. Amusement. The word means no. Muse means to think, to ponder. So when you are amused, it's so that you don't have to think. Okay? And that's what the fellowship of the circus is all about. Now, when we were off the air, one of the audience pointed out to me, you realize you're dealing with a multi-trillion-dollar business. Not multi-billion, multi-trillion dollars in business, all right? There are 30 bowl games for college. The Super Bowl is over 100 million viewers every year. It is a massive circus, okay? And I love the Super Bowl. I don't deny it. I watch the Super Bowl every year. In fact, I watch the Super Bowl to see the ads as much as to see the game, to see the cleverness of the ad production. But if we're going to break free from the fellowship of the circus, it means we're going to have to think. People, I beg you to listen to me. Please listen to me. Amusement in its place, to just stop thinking for a minute, is a healthy thing. It's a good thing. But it is a poison if it's what drives us, if it's what sustains us, and if it keeps us from focusing on things eternal, on things that matter, the laws of God coming down to us, the conflict between good and evil, between Christianity and Islam, okay? If we don't think about these, and thinking about them means we read. It means we read. Forgive me for the pathos, and please don't tune me out. I'll calm down. It means we have to read. It means we have to ponder. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scoffers, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. He meditate. That Hebrew word is where we get the word muse, or to chew, like chewing the cud. So it means that you're thinking about these things, you're pondering them. I'll never forget one of the most dramatic moments in my life, for me personally. I might have been 30 years old. I was sitting someplace listening to a preacher. And I had said many times that I would be willing to die for freedom. And I would have been, and I still am. But it hit me. It hit me almost like a thud in my chest. The question is not, are you willing to die for freedom? That is one question. But the question is also, are you willing to kill for freedom? Are you willing to dispatch your sons and your daughters to kill fellow human beings in order to be free? Now, well, Randall, that's really crazy talk. No, really it's not. You've heard of George Washington. You've heard of Patrick Henry. You've heard of the American Revolution. The founders of this republic said, we are prepared to risk our lives and the lives of our sons, and we are going to kill fellow Englishmen to be free from the tyranny of the monarchy of George III. So don't tell me that this is radical talk. You just think it through. The reason we have elections is so that we don't have bloodshed. That's why you have elections. The reason we have elections is so that we don't have to kill people, so that we don't have disappearances, kidnappings, imprisonment, torture, assassinations, civil war. That's why we have elections. But the oligarchy has stripped us of the power to genuinely have elections. So what are we going to do? I told you, I'm going to show how Donald Trump fits into this. Along with the seizing of power from the federal judiciary on a very consistent long-term level, going back to the 60s, really, even the 50s, the politically correct, all right, at the college level and in the media and in places like the Southern Law and Poverty Center, whatever they're called, they have browbeaten people. Browbeaten people. Now, I'm in my third segment, right? I'm going to go a little bit long here. These politically correct elite have browbeaten people into political correctness, tolerance, multiculturalism, all of which at first blush you think, well, sure, I'm Italian, but I should be tolerant of Irish, okay? That's not what they're after. They're after, and they have shown what they're after, is the subjugation or the overthrow of the ethical order given to us by Judeo-Christian philosophy, Judeo-Christian law, okay? that there is a God in heaven, and that what he gave Moses on Mount Sinai is real, what he confirmed in through our Lord Jesus Christ is the truth, okay? They want to subvert that, and they have subverted it. This is not America. This is not the America that was founded by George Washington, Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson. It's not it. And what Trump has done is he has given people permission to say, go to the hot place. We've had it. We've had it. So every time he says something, the people go, oh, how could he dare to say that? His numbers go up. It's like this cauldron of the thinking people in this country who know that there's something terribly wrong here. And they're thinking about it. They are not addicted to amusement. They're meditating. They're thinking, okay? He has given us permission to be the rabble at the gate, to be the unwashed Philistines who said, no, we've had it. We're done with this. Now, do I trust Trump's leadership to an ethical goal? No, I don't. I don't. But he has made a way. He's like a blocker. It's, you know, the refrigerator. He's blown a hole through the defense, and now some of us can run through the opening and to begin to say that our Supreme Court is literally, the majority of the Supreme Court has just committed a criminal act, an impeachable act, that they are lawbreakers, that they are sitting over us as criminals, that they have committed a pooch, okay? And this is only going to end one of a few ways, all right? It's only going to end one of a few ways. When we come back, I'm going to talk about it, and we'll go to Constantine, and we'll go to the American Revolution, a couple other illustrations. Don't go away.